Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. Also welcome to a brand new book tag, the first of 2024. This is called the start of the year book tag, and I started this tag last year because I thought the start of the year was looking a little too lonely, because the mid of the year has the mid-year book freakout tag, the end of the year has the end of the year book tag, and the start of the year didn't have any. So I thought, why not do a little check-in maybe about a month or a month and a half into the year to see if all those reading resolutions were on track. So while this tag does not have as many questions as the mid-year book freakout tag, this one has 7 questions similar to the end of the year book tag, and I am so excited to get into this because I have had a good start to the year, so I'm really looking forward to answering some of these questions. Touch wood. I just hope that nothing happens to blow this off the rails. You know what I mean? I don't want to jinx it. Anyway, so without any further ado, let's dive right into this video and let me share with you my answers to the tags, to the prompts of the start of the year book tag 2024. Question number 1. How many books have you read so far this year? I have read 16 books so far, and I am in the middle of 2 other books, one of which I'm sure that I will finish today. The books that I am currently reading are Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood and Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. While this one I had to put on hold, this one I'm really enjoying. I started this last night and I'm about 170 pages in, so you see how well that is going. But I have had a good start to my reading year, and that makes my little bookworm heart so happy I can't even begin to explain it to you. Question number 2. Have you found any favorite books yet? Of course, yes. I have found quite a few favorites, first of which is this book. What You Are Looking For Is in the Library by Michiko Aoyama, and this is one of the most wholesome books I have ever read. It is a collection of stories set in the same universe, in the same prefecture, I think Japanese prefecture, and I absolutely loved it. I don't even know where to start with gushing about this book because it's that good. I read this for a readathon that 2 of my favorite bookstagrammers were hosting in January, and I am so glad to have read it. And the second is Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. This is also a book that I read for that readathon, and it is another extra level of feeling, of emotion. It's such a beautiful book. It's such a paradoxical book about grief, and it's not sad in the typical way that grief is. It's about dealing with grief, and it's just one of the most heart-wrenching books I've ever read, but also it's one of the most hopeful books. And this one, Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree, and oh my god, I mean, there's adventure, there's bookshops, there's reading, there's reviewing, there's a tiny little impromptu book club, there's a little love story going on, there's bakery, there's baked goods. Oh, this is amazing. Like, I love these 2 books, this and Legends and Lattes, so much. Travis Baldree has my whole heart. Like, I am a fan for life. Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I just finished reading this yesterday, and oof. I mean, this isn't something that will appeal to everybody because there's a lot of steamy scenes in here. So if you're a minor, or if you are someone who doesn't like heavy steamy scenes in their books, in their literature, then don't read this. But the story itself is so brilliant. I mean, it is the wit and humor that makes up this book because there's so much of it everywhere, the relationships that are forming everywhere, and I loved it. Like, I never thought that a book of this genre was going to become one of my favorites of all time, but here we are. You learn something new every day. Maybe that's saying something for the new year. Question number 3. Have there been any surprises or disappointments so far this year? And yes, there have been disappointments, although there are no surprises yet because it's been pretty good in that department. But I have had a disappointment, and that was I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston, and it was one of my most anticipated reads, I mean, I know it's a backlist book, but I was really looking forward to reading that book because I loved Red, White and Royal Blue, and I was hoping that this was also going to be a book that I would end up enjoying. And there is that typical Casey McQuiston wit in the book. There's that humor and in the way the characters banter with each other, and I love that brand of humor. But this book, it just felt like it was on a Ferris wheel of sorts. It just kept going round and round and round in circles. It felt stretched out, it felt draggy. If it were even like 40-50 pages shorter, maybe it would have made for a much more compelling read. And also, I don't like Shara Wheeler. She's annoying. Question number 4. What book are you most excited for this year? It could be a new release or a backlist book. And oh, I have so many books. See, for new releases, obviously there is The Life Impossible by Matt Haig, Funny Story by Emily Henry, Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune, Percy Jackson and the Wrath of the Triple Goddess, the 7th in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan, Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews, and Children of Anguish and Anarchy by Tomi Adeyemi. There's so much to look forward to in this year reading wise that my brain just can't stop worrying. But I won't repeat myself because I have done a full video about my most anticipated book releases of 2024. So if you'd like to go check that out, link will be here as well as in the description box below. So those were the new releases. For backlist books, I've decided to take it biannually this time, and I've made a TBR for the first 6 months of the year, and I've put 10 books on that list that I hope that I will read for sure during those first 6 months. And of these 10 books, I've only read one book so far, and that was Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. I'll speak more about it in my January wrap up. But I am especially excited to read 2 books of that lot, and they are Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver and A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. And yes, I'm apparently a huge masochist, and I say apparently as if I don't know what it is that makes me a masochist. But I did a full TBR video in which I spoke about my January TBR as well as the first 6 months ka TBR. If you'd like to go check that out, link will be here as well as in the description box below. Question number 5. What is a book you said you'd read as soon as the new year started but still haven't? There are a couple of books on my January TBR that I said I would read as soon as the new year started and that I was really excited for. I didn't lie when I say that. I am excited for these books, but I didn't get to reading them for whatever reason. But one that I am really super close to being pissed off at myself for not having read is this book, Friends, Lovers and the Big Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry. This was also on my January TBR as well as that first biannual TBR, and I said I would pick it up and read it sooner than soon, but I am really irritated at myself that I didn't do it. Like, I should have prioritized it because I wanted to prioritize it, but I never could. Maybe it's because I wanted to give this book all my attention, and the start of the year has made sure that I've been anything but attentive. So, question number 6. Are there any bookish milestones you want to cover this year? I mean, it's not technically a milestone, but my TBR is about 480 books long at the moment, and I am hoping that I can bring it to around 400 books. I won't be angry at myself even if I bring it down to about 410 or 420. I just want it to be around that number. And it does seem like a dream at this point in time, but I truly believe that this year is the year that I can finally do something like that. Because I have been wanting to whittle the number down for a while, but maybe 2024 is going to be my year. Doesn't everyone say that? And last but not the least, how are your reading plans for 2024 going so far? And as of now, I have nothing to complain about. They're pretty much okay, they're pretty much on track. Even if they are slow down sometimes, I know that what I need to do in order to get it back on track. So that's saying something, I guess, because I have never been this comfortable with my TBR, with my reading before. I'm grateful to myself. Perspective shift? I don't know. But it's been going pretty okay. Again. Other than that, 2024 has been going pretty okay, and let's see what the rest of 2024 brings to me reading wise. So that was my start of the year book tag 2024. What did you think of this video? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What books have you been reading in 2024? Have you found any favorites yet? What are your answers to the prompts of the start of the year book tag 2024? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.